Hello everyone, today we'll be learning chapter 14, Air, a mixture of gases. In this chapter, we'll be learning what is air, what are the main gases present in air, and what are the different properties of air. Now before we get into the chapter, let's warm up. Jay and his family went for a long holiday. All the doors and windows were closed during their vacation. Jay, on entering his home, found that it smelled stale. His parents quickly opened all the windows. Why did their home smell stale? There is air all around us. There is air inside us and around us. All spaces that look empty are not really empty, but they are filled with air. Now, we cannot see air, but we can feel it. There is a layer of air surrounding the earth. This layer of air is called the atmosphere. Air contains a number of gases. The main gases are nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and water vapor. The amount of water vapor in the air varies according to the evaporation and transpiration in the area. In desert regions, the evaporation is less. So, the water vapor there is very less. But in coastal regions or during monsoon, the water vapor is more. It's more than normal. We need oxygen to live. Oxygen helps things burn. Nitrogen does not support burning. Let us think. We need oxygen to breathe. Do you think that air should contain more than 21% of oxygen? Things use oxygen when they burn. If the air contains more oxygen, then things will get on fire quickly and the fire will also spread fast. Nitrogen stops things from burning. Nitrogen does not support burning. So the presence of nitrogen stops oxygen from burning things quickly and spreading fast. So nitrogen makes it safer for us to live. Properties of air. Air is a mixture of gases. The properties of these gases hold good for air. The properties of all the gases in the air are taken to be the properties of air. As we cannot see air, we can only understand the properties of air through some experiments and tests. Air is invisible and tasteless. We can only feel air when it moves. In coastal areas, the water vapor contains more salt as it comes from seas and oceans. Because of this, the air in the coastal areas tastes salty. Similarly, we can see the air moving during dust storms or in hilly areas where there is mist. Air occupies all available space. Air fills all empty spaces. We have learned how the gases spread out to fill the container they are in. Air has the same property. As there is air all around us, it spreads out, filling all available spaces. Air has weight and it exerts pressure. All gases have mass and volume. As air contains gases, air also has mass and volume. The pull of the gravity makes the air to have weight. As the air molecules spread out, they exert pressure on everything and from all directions. This pressure that the air molecules exert on all things is called air pressure. As we go up and away from the earth, the air pressure decreases. We can compress or expand air. All gases expand on heating and they compress on cooling. Air has the same property. When we heat air, it expands and spreads out. On cooling the air, it compresses. Why is air so important? Air is not only very important, it is also very useful for us. We use air in many forms in our daily life. Air contains the life-giving oxygen. Without oxygen, living things cannot live. Burning things need air. Air also has carbon dioxide. Plants use carbon dioxide to make their food. The food that plants make give life to some living things. Let's explore. Use an encyclopedia and find out in how many ways we use air in our daily life. Discuss in your class. We need air to hear sounds. Sounds need a medium to travel like air or water. But as we do not live in water, air is the medium of sound for us. We cannot hear sounds if there is no air. In outer space where there is no air, no one can hear anything. Did you know that we breathe in almost 17 kgs of air every day? We need air for the water cycle to occur. Water vapor formed by evaporation is a part of the air. Water vapor condenses when it is cold and forms rain clouds. Under suitable conditions, these clouds give us rain. So, through the air, we get the much needed rains. Here is a tidbit for you. Air is compressed and filled in tires of cycles, cars, and even aircrafts. These tires make it easier for us to move. The technology of using compressed air work is called as pneumatics. Air also helps in maintaining the temperature of the earth. Hot air expands, and as it is lighter, it moves up. This leaves space for cooler air to come in and cool down the place. This makes it easier for us to live on the earth as the hot areas do not always remain hot. And this is also the reason why a hot cup of milk cools down. Air pressure helps us to do certain things. When we drink juice using a straw, we pull in air. The pressure of air pushes the juice in the glass and it goes up the straw. We drink the juice that comes into our mouth. Here is a science top-up for you. Wind power involves turning the energy from the wind into electricity. India is the world's 5th largest wind power producer. The largest wind farm of India is in Jaisalmer, located at Amarsagar in Rajasthan. Here are some of the meanings of the words we have discussed in this chapter. Component, a part of something. Trace, in very small amounts. Conclusion, result. Here is a mind map for you. Air. Air is a mixture of gases. It is tasteless and invisible. Air occupies space. Air has weight and exerts pressure. Air compresses and expands. Hey, here is a project for you. Here is how to make your own toy parachute. Things needed are a square piece of cloth, 4 strings of equal length, and a small toy. Method of preparation is: lay the cloth flat and mark its center with a pen. Tie the strings at each corner of the cloth. Tie the other end of the string to the toy. Make sure that all the strings are of equal length. Here's how to play with it. Hold the piece of cloth at the center with the toy hanging down the strings. Make sure that the strings are not tangled. Release the cloth, see that the toy floats as it comes down.